Oh, so you want to hunt Ohio this year, huh? Okay, so if you don't live in Ohio, but you plan on hunting in Ohio this year, here are some things that I think may help your hunt. So it doesn't matter if you're bird hunting, deer hunting, what it is that's bringing you here, but there are a few things I think you should know before you get here that'll help your trip. And also, the residents will thank you. So I guess the first rule for an out-of-state hunt, regardless of where it is respect the residents. Respect resident hunters, respect residents who just live close to where you're hunting. Ohio's kind of unique. We have quite a bit of public land, but it's typically in smaller chunks, and there's a lot of private scattered throughout. So the mapping softwares on your phone like Onyx, huge help in states like Ohio. You can be in the middle of a wildlife area and you'll see a house kind of in the middle of nowhere. And it's just nice to know that those are around, nice to know where those are at. There's not a lot of ways that can ruin a hunt as quickly as having the local population turn against you. Ohio has several hunters. You will meet resident Ohio hunters while you're out. And we're nice guys, but I will say that a lot of us do have a prejudice already against non-resident folks. And I'm not saying it's justified. I'm also not saying it's unique to Ohio. But in Ohio, there is somewhat of a uniqueness to it because we know that you paid just an over-the-counter tag pretty cheap at Walmart or a gas station, and you showed up and you're here and you can hunt. There's not a lot of destination hunting states where you can do that. We know that. However, I think if you show up to a new state and you're respectful of people and you pick up after yourself and you're polite, I think that goes a really long ways. And I think you can actually go from having someone who's kind of skeptical of you to having an ally, having someone that may be able to help you out in the long run. I know hunting out of state over the years, we've developed friendships with some folks who live close to where we like to hunt, and it has been hugely rewarding in a ton of ways. We usually give them a little gift or something, and I know that they appreciate that. But then in return, they may tell us, it's okay to go ahead and drive your trucks through that field, or go ahead and do this or that, or we got hung up once and had a farmer pull us out. Those relationships are vital, and those relationships are beneficial for both parties. So something to keep in mind when you're hunting out of state. Okay, another rule for hunting Ohio: be mindful of the Amish. That's right. We have some sweet, sweet bearded friends all across this state. It doesn't matter where you go. You will find them, and they're hunters. They like to kill a lot of deer. They kill a lot of big deer. They're great hunters, and a lot of them have nuisance tags, and so they can kill quite a few deer on their property year-round. But during hunting season on public lands, these guys are stone-cold killers, and you can be too if you're going around a curve on a back road at 5 a.m. at 80 miles an hour. They have one little blinking light on the back of their buggy, and they're everywhere. So please don't do that. Be cautious of our bearded buddies. They're good people. They make killer donuts. So yeah, be careful. Be mindful of the Amish. Another thing to keep in mind in Ohio is EHD. So EHD's been pretty bad this year. It's absolutely smashed the southern portion of the state. So before you come to Ohio, go to the ODNR's website, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources website. They're putting out an EHD heat map once or twice a week. They're updating it constantly as confirmed cases come in. But the map actually shows unconfirmed and confirmed EHD cases. So I would recommend glancing at that. That may alter your plans a little bit, and you may want to figure that out before you get here. There are plenty of counties and plenty of back roads you can drive down with your windows rolled down and smell dead deer everywhere. EHD is not a joke. So please check out the EHD heat map before you get here. That may change where you want to hunt. If you plan on hunting public land while you're in Ohio, just follow the unwritten rules of public land. Everybody who hunts public land knows what I'm talking about. That's cleaning up after yourself, not leaving a mess. That includes picking up hauls that you shot for bird hunters out there. A lot of guys act like these wads are still made out of paper. They're 100% made out of plastic. So, let's pick our shells up. Let's pick our hauls up. Clean up after ourselves. We don't want to give people a reason to not let us wherever we're at, right? So clean up after yourself. Keep distance from other hunters. I think it's another thing that everyone that hunts public land understands. If you're driving down a gravel road and there's a pull-off that can very comfortably park 2 trucks and there's 4 trucks there, maybe just keep on easing down the road. Just maybe your destination's a little further than theirs. Nobody wants a crowd. And if you're a waterfowl hunter, Ohio, we have a lot of wetlands. We've got a lot of public wetlands you can hunt. A lot of those can only carry 1 hunting party at a time. I mean, there's not a sign telling you that, but you can look out at this 30-acre pond and realize that really there's only one place these birds are going to light that you can hunt them. So if you get to a place and you see another truck or 2, or you see another group over here hunting, on the river we do this all the time. Wave them down to you, put your decoys together, and hunt together. For a lot of people, that's a foreign concept, but I've done it a ton of times. It's widely practiced here, and I've met some great hunting buddies doing that. In fact, my buddy Bearded Ben, I think that's kind of how he and I initially met 15 years ago. He and I've hunted together for years, and we met during a situation like that. So if you see a group of guys, don't just think of them as competition. If they hunt apart from you, they're probably competition. But if you can circle the wagons and throw all your decoys together, they can make for a good hunt. And the last thing I'll add is, while you're here, please support Ohio local businesses. So whether you realize it or not, hunting is tourism. And in my opinion, it's probably the most effective type of tourism, because I don't know how you can more intimately get to know an area than by fully immersing yourself in it, whether you're hunting or fishing a new place. Whenever my family and I travel, I always try to find an excuse to either hunt or fish or somehow just get outside. I truly think it's the best way to explore a new place. Hunters don't just take from an area. There are a lot of types of tourism that just simply removes resources from areas and they give nothing back in return. Hunting is nothing like that. There's a lot of wild places in the country that most of the people who visit there, they simply just take. They never give back. And hunting is nothing like that. When you find a place that you love to hunt, no matter where it's at, try to support that local economy, even if it's just buying a sausage sandwich at the gas station. A lot of small communities have what they refer to as bed taxes. Bed taxes are a type of tax put on tourism-related expenses, restaurants, hotels, things like that. Oftentimes, those tax dollars come right back to the community that they're spent in, and it's a huge impact on small communities. There's a lot of communities around the country that depend on hunters for their local economy. And that's just the truth of the matter. So whether you're in North Dakota and there's a little diner or a little cafe you can stop at in this little town, or if you're in Ohio or in West Virginia, there's a place we like to trout fish, and it's a little tiny town. It's just got one gas station. That gas station is also kind of the restaurant and everything else, and the coffee shop. It just feels good to feel like you're giving back, especially to a place you really love. And usually turns out that the community's great too. So get to know these communities that you hunt in. If you're here, welcome. Be safe. Be respectful of one another. And support these little towns that you like to stay in. Support these little towns that you like to hunt in. I'm sure it will pay off for you too in the long run. There's not a lot of things as good as making a good relationship and a great place to hunt. So yeah, so good luck this year. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps a little bit, and have a great season. Appreciate it. Cheers. The birds are going crazy this morning. We have like 200 nesting red-winged blackbirds on our pond, and they all left a few days ago, and the ones that you're hearing, if you can hear them, are the juveniles. And it sounds like they're getting ready to leave.